Hey, well, happy Wednesday, and welcome to Quick Bite History Live, where we do our best to have a little fun with history. Can everybody hear me okay? Uh, they've got some new settings here, and I wanted to make sure my mic was on. You can catch us live normally each Wednesday evening at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 4:30 p.m. Pacific time. We have a very interesting show for you tonight with 3 shows in one. Watch our robots paint, listen to my clues, and y'all make your guesses as we count down the 20 most famous legacy TV news anchors. How about that one? Then test your knowledge of the technology industry with the 20 most intriguing figures in the tech revolution. And y'all stick around. We do have a bonus round or two available later on. Now, please do check in if you haven't checked in yet. Say hi and tell me what's going on. If I see a question coming in, I'll do my best to address those as we go. Okay, let's fire up those robots and load our first video. Just give me a second here and I'll load that up. Here we go. Anyway, so once again, just double checking. You can hear me okay? Microphone's good? Well, you know the rules. Robots paint, you guess. I give some clues along the way. We start off easy, they get a little harder. So again, we're doing 20 most famous legacy news anchors. This gentleman began his journalism career in local TV in Florida. He left Fox News in 2019, citing concerns over journalistic integrity. Known for anchoring major breaking news events, including Hurricane Katrina. He joined CNBC to host The News with Shepard Smith in 2020. Anybody know? Often referred to as one of the most impartial voices in cable news. Anybody know? This is Mr. Shepard Smith. Shepard Smith is lauded for his commitment to journalistic independence and straightforward reporting style. That was number 20. We're counting them down. 20 top legacy TV news reporters, or anchors, as some like to call them. Next up, she was born in London, but spent her childhood in Tehran before moving back to England during the Iranian Revolution. She's known for her fearless reporting in war zones, including the Gulf War and the Bosnian conflict. Anybody know who this is? She became the chief international anchor for CNN and host of PBS Amirpour and Company. Her work often shines a light on humanitarian crisis, global injustice. She has interviewed numerous world leaders, including Muammar Gaddafi and Saddam Hussein. Anybody know who this is? She's pretty famous. Going once. This is Christiane Amanpour. I think I said that properly. Christiane Amanpour is considered one of the most prominent and fearless international correspondents in modern journalism. Number 18. She first gained attention as a press aide for President Richard Nixon during the Watergate scandal. She was the first female correspondent on CBS 60 Minutes. Who knows? She is known for her in-depth, emotional, resonant interviews with celebrities and world leaders. Who knows? She interviewed iconic figures like Whitney Houston and Hillary Clinton. She served as the anchor for ABC's World News from 2009 to 2014. Does anybody know who this is? This is Miss Diane Sawyer. Diane Sawyer is celebrated for her empathetic and deeply insightful approach to interviews. Empathetic. There you go. Number 17. He started his career as a White House intern during the Carter administration. He anchored NBC Nightly News for a decade, becoming a household name. He was widely praised for his coverage of Hurricane Katrina in 2005. He's known for his ability to stay calm and collected during breaking news coverage. Yes, he does. He stays calm and collected. He's hosted MSNBC's The 11th Hour, a nightly program that analyzed the day's political news. Who knows who this is? I think the robots did pretty good with the painting. Maybe it's not perfect. I don't know. This is Brian Williams. Brian Williams is recognized for his commanding presence on air and his ability to connect with the audiences during major news events. There you go, Brian Williams. Next up, number 16. He revolutionized broadcast journalism during his World War II reporting from London. His signature phrase, "good night and good luck," became iconic in journalism. He exposed Senator Joseph McCarthy's tactics during the Red Scare with his See It Now program. He's famous for his in-depth narrative and driven news style that inspired generations of reporters. He's known as the father of broadcast journalism for setting the standard in the field. Who knows who this is? This is going back a while. This is Mr. Edward Murrow. Edward R. Murrow, father of broadcast journalism. Edward R. Murrow. There you go. Down to number 15. I think you'll know this guy. Often referred to as the most trusted man in America. He anchored CBS Evening News during pivotal moments like the moon landing and the Vietnam War. He delivered the heartbreaking announcement of President John F. Kennedy's assassination. I remember that. I do. He advocated for journalistic integrity and objective reporting. Anybody remember who this is? He is famous for his sign-off, and that's the way it is. This is Mr. Walter Cronkite. Walter Cronkite's calm and authoritative style defined the role of a modern news anchor. And I apologize for 1 second. We're going to deal with one little technical issue and then be right back with you. So hang on 1 second. You can't hear me? Well, it's changed. And all right, sorry about that. We were checking microphones and we're A-okay. So we're back rolling with number 14. Little technical issue. We got it resolved. This gentleman got his start as a fact checker for Channel 1 News before rising to prominence. He covered major disasters such as Hurricane Katrina with compassion and grit. Mr. Compassion and Grit. He's known for hosting CNN's Anderson Cooper 360. Well, I guess that gave it away. Robots. That's a dumb clue. A staple of cable news. Frequently covers global human rights issues and natural disasters. That's right, he's the guy that goes out in the hurricanes back in the day. He won numerous Emmys for his reporting and became a cultural icon. He won an Emmy for his reporting. Anyway, how about that? This is Mr. Anderson Cooper, of course, as I said in the clue. He's widely respected for his empathetic and humanistic approach to journalism. Anderson Cooper, there he is. All right, let's keep her going. Down to number 13. She broke barriers as the first female co-anchor of a network evening news program in 1976. She is known for her groundbreaking interviews with world leaders and celebrities. She created and co-hosted The View. She created The View, which became a major daytime TV success. She is famous for her ability to ask bold, probing questions during interviews. Who knows who this is? This is the founder of The View. She interviewed every U.S. president from Richard Nixon to Barack Obama. Who knows? Yes, indeed. This is Barbara Walters. Barbara Walters is a trailblazing journalist whose work paved the way for women in television news. She was the first one. There you go. Barbara Walters, founder of The View. All right, that brings us all the way down to number 12. Next up. This gentleman rose to fame for his live coverage of the JFK assassination in 1963. He anchored CBS Evening News for 24 years, one of the longest tenures in broadcast history. He is known for his fearless on-the-ground reporting during the Vietnam War. That gives you the era. He famously interviewed Saddam Hussein before the 2003 Iraq War. I didn't know that. I didn't remember that. Who knows who this is? Robots did good on this. The painting's perfect. He covered major events such as Watergate, 9/11, and the Civil Rights Movement. Who knows? This is Mr. Dan Rather. Dan Rather's relentless pursuit of truth defined the legacy as one of the most tenacious journalists in history. Dan Rather. There he is. All right. Next up is number 11 on our hit parade, our countdown of legacy TV news anchors. She began her career at NBC as a reporter and rose to co-host of the Today Show. She is known for her warm, passionate style that made her popular with morning show audiences. She made history as the first solo female anchor of a network evening news broadcast at CBS. She was the first. Who knows? Any guesses? She conducted a widely discussed interview with Sarah Palin during the 2008 election. And she advocated for cancer awareness following her husband's death from colon cancer. Who knows who this is? Very famous. Anybody remember? This is Miss Katie Couric. Katie Couric's groundbreaking career has made her a recognizable and influential figure in American television. Katie Couric. There you go. All right, we're halfway home. Number 10 is next up. Here he comes. He is known for his extensive coverage of the Watergate scandal in the 1970s. A lot of these guys were. He anchored the NBC Nightly News for 22 years. Wow. I remember when he was in LA when I was a kid. He was the broadcast guy in LA. He became a trusted voice in American households. Hey, Jay. No, it's not Chet. This was an LA guy that moved to NBC National. And this is kind of an older picture. This isn't when he was in his prime. This is a little later. Hang on to that Chet for later, though. He covered major world events such as the fall of the Berlin Wall. He hosted documentaries on global and domestic issues, showcasing his versatility as a journalist. Another guess? It looks like him pretty much. Maybe it's not perfect. Who's another NBC guy for a long time? Tom Brokaw. Tom Brokaw is celebrated for his storytelling and dedication to documentary history. Tom Brokaw. Okay, next up. You probably know this one. He began his career as a reporter in local California news before joining NBC in the year 2000. 24 years ago. He is known for his calm demeanor during live coverage of breaking news. He became the first African-American solo anchor of a nightly network news program in 2015. That's kind of the giveaway right there. He moderated several presidential debates, earning praise for his fairness. He is recognized for his investigative reporting, including Emmy-winning documentaries. Anybody recognize this guy? First African-American anchor. Any guesses? Going once? Going twice? This is Mr. Lester Holt. Lester Holt's journalistic integrity has solidified his place as one of the most respected news anchors in America. Lester Holt. We're down to number 8. I think you'll remember this guy. Number 8. He started his broadcasting career at just 9 years old on a Canadian radio program. There you go. He became the youngest network anchor in the U.S. at age 26 for ABC News. Interesting, I didn't know that. He's known for his international reporting, particularly in the Middle East. I do remember that. He anchored ABC World News Tonight for over 2 decades. That should be the giveaway. And the picture's good. How soon we forget? How soon we forget? This is Mr. Who knows? Last chance. Peter Jennings. Peter Jennings' lifelong dedication to journalism made him one of the most admired anchors in history. You remember Peter Jennings? Yeah. I think the picture's pretty good. What do you guys think? Picture's pretty good? No? There he is, Peter Jennings, ABC News. 2 decades. All right, now we'll go back in time a little bit. This gentleman started his broadcasting career during World War II, providing radio updates for NBC. I'm going to skip the next clue for a second because it's kind of a giveaway. I'll give that last. Known for his dry wit and sharp political commentary. I even remember that. Anchored election coverage for decades, becoming a trusted voice during pivotal moments. Hey, Brad, what's up? No, it's the other guy. Yes, there you go. There you go. He transitioned to ABC to host This Week with David Brinkley later in his career. So anyway, yes, indeed, this is Mr. David Brinkley, half of the Huntley Brinkley crew. His unique style and insight redefined how political news was presented on television. Mr. David Brinkley, there he is. It's not bad. Mobiles did pretty good, don't you think? You missed Walter Cronkite earlier. He was on already. That was number 7. Now we're down to number 6. And you might be able to guess who this one is. It's a friend of Mr. David Brinkley. He co-hosted NBC's Huntley Brinkley Report. His sign-off, "Good night, Chet," became a cultural catchphrase. I guess when they said goodnight to each other, I kind of remember that. Yeah. Good night, David. Good night, Chet. Yeah. Known for his detailed coverage of presidential campaigns in the 1950s and 60s. He retired at the height of his career to pursue a quieter life in Montana. I kind of assumed he just fell down dead one day, but I guess not. He retired. Nice. Good job. His partnership with Brinkley was one of the most iconic in news histories. I think we've all got this one. There he is. A little TV interference, Russian election interference. Chet Huntley's straightforward reporting style made him a beloved figure in American television. Chet Huntley. He was number 6 on our countdown, according to the robots. Top 20 legacy TV news anchors. There you go. Number 5. This gentleman co-founded and became a leading figure on CBS's 60 Minutes. That's kind of a giveaway clue right there. Picture's not good. Starlink's failing us. Elon's not doing it. Oh, the picture wasn't good. The robot picture wasn't that good. I see. Well, they're robots. What can you say? Known for his hard-hitting interview with controversial figures like Malcolm X. He specialized in investigative journalism, often tackling taboo subjects. Taboo subjects. Speaking of bad pictures, good luck with this. Go by the clues. He won 20 Emmy Awards for his groundbreaking work. He famously used an aggressive, no-nonsense interview style. Now, who can remember that? 60 Minutes, aggressive, no-nonsense. Who did that? Yeah, Janskin. Kind of looks like him a little bit. Mike Wallace was a fearless journalist who transformed investigative television reporting. There you go. Susan's got it. Good job. Okay, we're down to number 4. Only 4 more. Yeah. You don't like the robot's panties tonight. He began his career covering the civil rights movement in the 1960s. He anchored NBC's nightly news during a transformative era in broadcast journalism. He is known for developing instant analysis to provide real-time commentary on political events. So this was kind of the beginning of the commentary while they're giving the news guy. Who knows? He was remembered for his balanced and thoughtful reporting. He played a significant role in NBC's coverage of presidential elections. Who remembers this guy's name? And this picture's good. John Chancellor. How soon we forget? John Chancellor's innovative approach to news set us new standards in television journalism. Can't believe you guys didn't get that one. If you don't get this one, I'm giving up on you. She made history as the first Asian American to anchor a major network evening news program. Known for her interviews with high-profile figures, including Martina Navratilova and Magic Johnson. There you go. Brad's got it. Worked for CBS, ABC, NBC, and CNN. Must have been hard to get along with or something, right? She worked for all those companies. Her interview with Newt Gingrich's mother during the 1995 government shutdown drew controversy. That does sound weird. Do you guys remember that? I really don't remember interviewing Newt Gingrich's mother during the shutdown. She was married to Maury Povich, right? Maury Povich. She co-anchored the CBS News. I already said that. Connie Chung broke barriers in journalism, paving the way for greater diversity in television news. There you go. They knew it was hatched. Newt Gingrich was actually hatched, not born. Okay, number 2, top 2 now. Co-founded 60 Minutes. Co-founder. One of the most iconic investigative news programs in television history. That's 60 Minutes, of course. Known for his wry, there you go, wry sense of humor and ability to connect with audiences. And you can't say this picture's bad by the robots. Come on. co-anchored ABC Evening News with Barbara Walters in the late 1970s. Way back. He received numerous Emmy Awards for his contributions to journalism. Who remembers this guy's name? Anybody? The perfect picture. I'm telling you. Anybody know who this is? Co-anchored ABC with Barbara Walters. Co-founded 60 Minutes. It doesn't even look like Walter Cronkite. This is Mr. Harry Reasoner. Harry Reasoner's innovative storytelling helped establish 60 Minutes as a cornerstone of investigative journalism. That was number 2 on our hit parade. I don't know if I'd rank him that high. I'm not sure about the rank. Okay, number one. Best known for hosting ABC's Nightline during his 25-year run. He rose to prominence covering the Iran hostage crisis in 1979. He is renowned for his in-depth coverage of international events and crises. Who remembers who this is? And I can't say the picture is quite as good as the last one. This is number 1 on the TV anchors. He's best known for ABC's Nightline during his 25-year run. His interview style is sharp, insightful, and often confrontational. He is recognized as one of the most influential figures in late-night broadcast journalism. You've got the first name correct, Susan. His last name, though, does not start with a C. This is Mr. Ted Koppel. Yes, Ted Koppel. Ted Koppel's work on Nightline revolutionized the late night news. There you go. Well, I don't know. The pictures weren't that bad. I think you guys just weren't that into the news thing. I guess you didn't do that badly. Well, that concludes our first round. Now we're going to do 20 most intriguing figures in the tech revolution. So let me load up our second video file and we'll get that going. Stuart, you didn't get any of those, huh? Peter Jennings was Canadian. That's close to British. All right. We're going to count them down again. Most intriguing figures in the tech revolution. Most intriguing figures. And this first guy definitely qualifies. He co-founded Twitter in 2006, which transformed global communication. He played a key role in creating Square, a mobile payment company. He advocated for a decentralized social media platform in recent years. Who knows? And the picture, perfect. Known for his minimalist lifestyle and focus on meditation and wellness. Yeah, Chad's got it. He stepped down as Twitter CEO in 2021 to focus on blockchain and cryptocurrency projects. Yeah, Stuart's got it. You guys know your intriguing figures in tech better than your legacy anchors. That's right, this is Jack Dorsey. Jack Dorsey's vision reshaped how people share and consume information in real time through social media. Yes, indeed. Next up, number 19. This gentleman co-founded Apple with Steve Jobs and a guy named Ronald Wayne, which we never hear about, in 1976. He designed the Apple I and Apple II, which were groundbreaking in personal computing. This is the guy. Brad's got it. Good job. Yeah, you guys are going to be quick on these tech guys, I can tell. Known as the Woz, a brilliant engineer and innovator, he left Apple in 1985, but remains a vocal advocate for technology education. His autobiography, I Was, offers insight into his role at Apple's early success. There you go. He wrote a book. Yeah. You guys remember the US Festival? Didn't he finance that? The US Festivals? I went to one of those. Pretty fun. Pretty fun. I went to the New Wave Day. Wozniak. Steve Wozniak, I guess, huh? Yeah. Okay, this next one's a little bit hard, a little bit obscure. She pioneered the concept of machine-independent programming languages way back. She is credited with inventing the first compiler, a fundamental tool in computer programming. This is the lady who did that, I guess. She's known as the Queen of Code for her groundbreaking contributions to computing. Learn something every day on Quick Bite History Live. She played a key role in the development of COBOL, one of the earliest high-level programming languages. Dude, Lockhart. That's a different. That's the sci-fi channel. She achieved the rank of Rear Admiral in the U.S. Navy and is a celebrated figure in both tech and military. Stewart! How'd you know that? Grace Hopper. Grace Hopper's innovative work laid the foundation for modern computer programming, and she remains a symbol of technological ingenuity and leadership. There you go. Down to number 17. This gentleman joined Google in 2004 and rose to CEO of Google and Alphabet in 2015. They don't use that Alphabet name much, do they? Played a key role in the development of Chrome, Android, and Google Drive. I have no idea. I doubt it. It doesn't sound like it. First names and last names. Focused on advancing Google's presence in artificial intelligence and quantum computing, he's known for his calm leadership style during crisis, including data privacy challenges. He advocates for accessible AI and technology for all users. Yeah, there you go. Stuart's got it. He's even got it spelled properly. How'd you do that? Sundar Pichai. There you go. Mr. Google. Sundar. I bet he's got some congressional hearings in his future. You probably know this one too. Joined Facebook, now Meta, as COO in 2008, helping grow it into a global powerhouse. She authored Lean In, a book about empowering women in the workplace. Lean In. She's known for spearheading Facebook's advertising model, driving massive revenue growth. Yeah, when Facebook advertising first hit, boy, that was something. That was something. Who knows? Has been a prominent voice advocating for corporate responsibility in tech. She announced her departure from Meta in 2022 to focus on philanthropy. Who knows who this is? Looks like her. Sheryl Sandberg. Sheryl Sandberg's leadership transformed Facebook into one of the most profitable companies in the world. She was the key at Facebook. There you go. Next up, now I didn't know this guy too well. I've heard of him, but he became CEO of Microsoft in 2014, revitalized the company's focus on cloud computing. He advocated for a more collaborative and less hierarchical company culture. He is credited with the growth of Azure, Microsoft's cloud services platform. Kind of looks like Tim Cook. This is the guys at Microsoft though, not Apple. He authored a book called Hit Refresh, a book about transforming Microsoft and his own leadership journey. He focused on advocating AI and sustainability initiatives within the company. Yeah, Susan. How'd you know that? Do you know his first name? Yeah, so this is Mr. Satya Nadella. Satya Nadella, which I didn't know this guy. I have to admit. He is responsible for transformative leadership, making Microsoft a leader in innovation and cloud technology. I bet you'll know this next guy. He co-founded PayPal, which revolutionized online payments. He is an early investor in companies like Facebook, LinkedIn, and SpaceX. Well, that would make you some money, wouldn't it? If you were an early investor in those companies. He co-founded Palantir. Is that why I'm saying that right? Palantir, a data analytics company with significant global influence. He is known for his libertarian views and controversial public statements. Yes, I guess he is. Who knows who this is? He authored 0 to 1, a guide for startups and entrepreneurship. He's the author of that book. Co-founded PayPal with Elon. He is an early investor in Facebook, LinkedIn, and SpaceX. Peter Thiel. Peter Thiel's investments and ideas have shaped the modern tech landscape. Yes, they have. Yes, they have. We're down to number 13. Most intriguing figures in the tech industry. Most intriguing figures. He was one of Google's first employees. Helped design its search homepage. Well, that search homepage needs so much design. Am I right? She became Yahoo's CEO in 2012. She's into minimalism, right? Focused on user experience, introducing innovative design changes during her tenure. Who knows who this is? It looks like her. Known for her strong work ethic, famously taking only 2 weeks of maternity leave. That's right. She got in all kinds of trouble for that. She currently runs a tech incubator called Lumi Labs. Lumi Labs, focused on consumer applications. Anybody know who this is? She was a key player at Google. Lumi Labs. This is Marissa Mayer. Marissa Mayer's influence in search technology and user interface design has left a lasting mark on the tech world. Obviously not that lasting with you guys. I think you'll know this next guy. He co-founded Oracle in 1977. Wow, way back. He's known for his competitive nature and lavish lifestyle, including owning multiple yachts. He stepped down as Oracle CEO in 2014, but remains its chairman and CTO. He's still the CTO. I didn't know that. Did you guys know that? His work has made Oracle a leader in enterprise solutions and cloud computing. He is a major philanthropist, particularly in health education initiatives. Who knows who this is? It looks like him. It looks like him. Yeah. Shitsunat is on the board. Thank you for helping these guys. That's right, this is Mr. Larry Ellison. Larry Ellison's vision has driven Oracle to dominate enterprise technology for decades. This is the guy who bought the island of Lanai, too, right? I think so. I think that's the guy. America's Cup yachts and all that stuff. Yeah. All right, next up, I bet you know this guy. Number 11 on our most intriguing figures in the tech industry. Founded Amazon in 1994, pioneered e-commerce and cloud computing through Amazon's web services. He acquired the Washington Post, influencing modern journalism. But he's sorry he did that. He focused on space exploration through his company Blue Origin. Yes, you've got it. He's known for his intense focus on customer satisfaction and innovation. Everybody got it? Everybody know? Pretty much looks like him, I think. That's right. Susan, you spelled it better than I should do not. This is Mr. Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos' impact on retail and technology has fundamentally changed how the world shops. There you go. We're halfway home. Number 10. You might recognize this guy. He looks like an alien. He co-founded Facebook in 2004. He played a central role in popularizing social media. He faced criticism for Facebook's role in privacy concerns and misinformation. It's not looking like him right there, though. But it eventually looks like him. I don't know. The robots do their thing. I can't help it. He rebranded Facebook to Meta in 2021, which was weird. Yes. This is the Zuck. What was that movie with Tom Hanks and I don't forget who else is in it? The Circle or the something social. Very dark version of Facebook. Mark Zuckerberg's influence on social media has reshaped how billions of people connect and share information. Mark Zuckerberg. We're down to number 9. It's Mark the Alien. I gave you the good clue right off the bat. This gentleman co-founded Google with Larry Page in 1998 while pursuing his PhD at Stanford. He played a key role in developing Google's PageRank algorithm. which would be the key, right? He transitioned to focus on Alphabet's research and development initiatives. He is known for his work on groundbreaking projects like Google Glass and self-driving cars. They didn't end up doing anything with either one of those. Isn't that weird? They kind of like failed on both those projects, didn't they? Or maybe they're still doing subcontract work. I don't know. Anybody know? He advocates for advancing artificial intelligence and robotics. Yes, you guys got it. George got it. Shitsunat's got it. This is Sergey. This one's Sergey. Sergey Brin. Sergey Brin's innovative ideas have driven Google's success and advancements in emerging technologies. And since you got Sergey, you may get number 8 as well. I'll let you just get this one from the picture. No clues. No clues. Just the picture. He is known for his emphasis on moonshot projects like Project Loon and Google X, which I don't know what either one of those are. That's right. This one's Larry. I think the robots did pretty good. Not bad. I think they hit Sergey right on the button, didn't they? Yeah. This guy stepped back from the daily operations, but remains influential in tech innovation. This guy was like the key in Google search and AdWords. He was like real big in that part. Yeah. Yeah. I think the robots did good with those pictures. No doubt. Larry Page's focus on transformative projects continues to shape the future of technology. Larry Page, co-founder of Google. Evan Sergey. There he is. All right, we're all the way down to number 7. So we've got a lot of big names in technology coming up. Most intriguing figures. He co-founded Apple in 1976 and revolutionized personal computing with the Macintosh. I remember when it came out. I never owned a Lisa, but I shopped for a Lisa a bunch of times, which is the one right before the Macintosh. The Lisa. You guys remember the Lisa? Anybody have a Lisa? He's known for his visionary leadership and attention to design. Also played a significant role in the success of Pixar. Remember that? When he left Apple, he went and started Pixar, right? And then he came back, and the rest is history. He did pass away in 2011, but remains one of the most celebrated innovators in history. And everybody's got it, I'm sure. The robots did a wonderful job with their painting tonight. Mr. Steve Jobs, his legacy of innovation and design excellence continues to influence technology and culture today. I'm kind of debating whether to get a new iMac. I'm going to wait till after the first of the year for sure. But, you have to get a new one these days to get all the AI stuff, right? You have to have one of the new chips to run the new software to get the AI stuff. So anyway, probably a new iMac's in my future. All right, next up. If Steve Jobs is the hero, this guy is the anti-hero. That should be all the clue you need. He co-founded Microsoft in 1975, revolutionizing software with MS-DOS and Windows. Our first PC in our office was MS-DOS. Was the IBM PC. Yeah. He transitioned from CEO to focus on philanthropy through the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. He played a key role in making computers accessible to everyday users. He advocates for global health, clean energy, and technological innovation. Frequently appears on lists of the world's wealthiest individuals. I think everybody's got it. I think everybody knows who this one is. Mr. Bill Gates. Bill Gates' contributions to computing and philanthropy have had a lasting global impact. Yes, indeed. Oh, that's interesting. Dodgy. It's a good British word. Dodgy, definitely. The Artful Dodger from Charles Dickens, right? All right, this one's a little harder, a little more obscure character. He invented the World Wide Web, though. So who knows who invented the World Wide Web in 1989 only? He believed it was all invented in 1989. He advocates for internet neutrality and data privacy. He founded the World Wide Web Consortium, W3C, to set web standards, which was good they did that. He developed the first web browser and web server. Anybody know this guy's name? Don't think he was really important, but he does stay under the radar a little bit. He received numerous awards, including a knighthood. Stuart. Like, yeah, see, oh, well, you have it. Okay, yeah. See, I knew you know the knight thing. Tim Berners-Lee. Tim Berners-Lee's invention of the web has fundamentally changed how people access and share information today. Yes, indeed. Yeah. English guy. British. And we'll, I think, stick in the same theme. Often credited as the first computer programmer for her work with Charles Babbage. That certainly sounds British. She is recognized for her early vision of computers beyond mere calculation. She wrote detailed notes on Babbage's analytical engine outlining its potential. So it sounds like she was the one who realized that the computer wasn't just to count things or a code breaker. She thought, wow, if it can do that, it can do all this other stuff. Pretty cool. Her contributions were largely unrecognized during her lifetime. Today, she is celebrated as a pioneer of women in STEM fields. Anybody remember this gal's name? She certainly looks old time. The robots thought so. The robot saw her name and go, oh, she must be Victorian era. This is Ada Lovelace, if you haven't remembered. Yeah, Stuart, there you go. Ada Lovelace. Learn something every day on Quick Bite History Live. Number 3. And we're just going to keep the British hit parade going. Known as the father of computer science and artificial intelligence. Played a critical role in breaking the Enigma code during World War II. And he has made appearances on our program in the past. He's made appearances during the Heroes of World War II, and I forget what else. He's been on the board before. Who knows? He developed the concept of the blank machine, a model for modern computation. He faced prosecution for his sexuality. Now, I haven't heard this clue before, which overshadowed his achievements during his lifetime. Didn't know that, because he's well thought of today. Posthumously, he's recognized as one of the greatest minds in history. Who knows who this is? Broke the Enigma code. Greatest minds in history. Persecuted for his sexuality. Yeah, you got it, Stuart. The Turing machine, of course. The Turing machine, Alan Turing. Alan Turing's work not only shaped computing, but also helped save millions of lives during the war by breaking the code. Number two, most intriguing figures in technology. I think any of these clues are going to give it away. I'm going to skip that first clue. I'm going to skip that second clue. I'm going to skip that third clue. I'm going to skip that fourth clue. And I'm going to skip that fifth clue. Every clue gives this one away. There you go, Brad. Brad has it from the picture. Robots were good enough for Brad on that one. Founded SpaceX. CEO of Tesla. Created Neuralink. And my favorite is the Boring Company. Making the tunnels, very cool, to explore brain-machine interfaces and infrastructure. Not the Boring Company, the Neuralink. The Boring Company doesn't do the exploring brain interfaces. It does the tunnels. Boring into the brain doesn't sound good. He needs to combine those companies. He advocates for colonization of Mars. He acquired Twitter. My goodness, he's a busy boy. Elon Musk's bold vision and ambitious projects have earned him a reputation as a modern-day innovator. And tell me, what's the name of his new venture? Yeah, I remember the flamethrowers. Doge, right? Doge. We can get into that later. We'll have to do a whole show on Trump's cabinet. I think that's a good one. Trump's proposed cabinet. All right, last up. Co-founded Intel. This is the co-founder of Intel. He played a vital role in making microchips smaller, cheaper, and more powerful. He focused on philanthropy after retiring. His contributions helped usher in the age of personal computing and digital technology. Those sound like pretty generic clues. I'll give you the one that's not so generic. Besides co-founding Intel, he's known, and that was in 1968, by the way, and he's known for something called Moore's Law, predicting the exponential growth of computing power. Huh, I didn't realize that. That's pretty cool. Hey, buddy, who knows who this is? He's number one on our most intriguing figures in the technology. Yes, it is Mr. Moore, of course. Anybody remember his first name? Draco. Looks like Draco. Gordon Moore is this gentleman's name. Gordon Moore's insights have guided technology advancements for decades. For decades. Well, I thought you guys did pretty darn good in that category. I don't think that category stumped you very much at all. Anyway, I do have some bonus rounds if you want to stick around. How's everybody doing tonight? Everybody cool? Everybody doing okay? Chilling out after the election and all? Starting to calm down a little? All right, well, let me fire up the bonus rounds here. Let me get that video file up. We've got two 10-item rounds. They're more like lightning rounds. And the first one is 10 Pillars of the Renaissance. 10 Pillars of the Renaissance. And then we finish up with Heroes of the American Revolution. So that's fun. Anyway, let's do Pillars of the Renaissance. He was an Italian polymath who excelled in many fields, including art, science, and engineering. His notebooks contain drawings and ideas for inventions far ahead of their time. Who knows? He was left-handed and often wrote his notes in mirror script. Who's on Epstein Island? That would be a good one, but I'd have to get some inside information. I'd have to check my sources. I'd have to check my sources. By the way, we have some terrible politicians here in South Carolina. He was left-handed, I said that. And he's one of the most famous. He has one of the most famous paintings located in the convent of Santa Maria delle Grazie in Milan. He painted the iconic Mona Lisa, known for her enigmatic smile. Who knows who that is? Looks just like him. Knew him well. Leonardo da Vinci, of course, the true Renaissance man. All right, speaking of the Renaissance, he was known for his fierce temper and demanding personality. He considered himself primarily a sculptor, though he is famous for his paintings. His early work includes the sculpture of Pieta, housed in St. Peter's Basilica. I think the category should be double listers, people on both lists. Diddy's list and Epstein Island list. Did you see Ellen decided to leave America? She's moved to London. She must have been on Diddy's list. She says it's because of Trump, though. He spent 4 years painting the ceiling at the Sistine Chapel. Who is this? He's the ceiling guy. He also did a little statue that was called David. David. Who knows who this is? I don't see the answer. That was Michelangelo. Michelangelo, of course. Here's the next of the three biggies from the Renaissance. He was one of the great masters of the High Renaissance. His father was a court painter, giving him early exposure to art. He worked extensively in the Vatican, where he painted many of his famous frescoes. His work includes the School of Athens. Here's the key clue, depicting many classical philosophers. This is the guy who did School of Athens. He is renowned for his beautiful Madonnas and portraits. I assume you were answering late. I assume you got the slow Starling, Stuart, and that was from last round, last person. Who's this one? This is the painter. School of Athens. School of Athens. It's the one that had all the philosophers in the picture. Anybody remember? He's renowned for his beautiful Madonnas and portraits. Yeah, Stuart, you got it. Raphael. Raphael's art exemplifies the harmony and clarity of the Renaissance style. And you're welcome to throw in people on the Epstein list if you want. We can speculate. He made significant improvements to the telescope. He studied motion and laid the groundwork for classical mechanics. He was tried by the Inquisition for his support of heliocentrism. Heliocentrism. There, I got it. He wrote Dialogue Concerning the Two Chief World Systems. Dialogue Concerning the Two Chief World Systems. There you go. Advocating for the Copernican model. He is known as the father of observational astronomy. Who knows who that is? The father of observational astronomy during the Renaissance. There you go, Brad. Brad's got it. Who's got his full name? It's kind of cool. He's got one of the coolest names in history. Coolest names in history. His full name. Anybody remember that fact? Galileo Galilei. Galileo Galilei. That's nice, huh? Yeah. Galileo Galilei. All right, next up. Another biggie. He was a Renaissance era polymath, weren't they all, who studied mathematics and astronomy. He developed a model of the universe that placed the sun rather than the earth at the center. This is the guy. This is the guy who put the sun at the center. His book on the revolutions of celestial spheres was published in 1543. I didn't even. When did they make the publishing press? I guess a little before that. 14 something. No, this is the sun at the center guy. He laid the foundations for modern astronomy with the heliocentric theory. Giovanni. Oh yeah, Brad's got another one. What's his first name? Copernicus. Nicholas Copernicus. That's a pretty cool name too. Nicholas Copernicus. I think all the names had to sound like a jingle back then. All right, we're covering all the biggies. Once again, this is Renaissance period. He was born in Stratford upon Avon in 1564. I expect Stuart to get this one very quickly. He wrote 154 sonnets and numerous narrative poems. His plays performed more often than those of any other playwright. It's Willy. It is Willy. His works include Hamlet, Othello, Macbeth, and Romeo and Juliet. Yes. All properly written out and spelled there, Stuart. Good job. Very proper. He is widely regarded as the greatest writer in the English language. William Shakespeare. Shakespeare's influence on literature and drama is unparalleled. How's that for emphasis? There he is. Looks just like him, from what I know. Hey, Meadow. What's going on? Everybody's in the house. Glad we're doing the bonus round. Okay, now, this name I've never heard of. And so good luck. He was a key figure in the Northern Renaissance. His travels to Italy greatly influenced his work. He's kind of ugly in the picture. He is known for his detailed engravings and woodcuts. This is the woodcut guy. How many woodcuts could a woodchuck cut? His works include the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. Now that's cool. We should know the answer. Who knows this one? The 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. He created the famous engraving Melancholia 1, which I never heard of it, so it's not that famous. I guess I'm not that into wood cutting, is my problem. Does anybody know this Northern Renaissance dude? Oh, what? How'd you know that? Close. The last name's not quite spelled correctly. Of course, neither is the first name, but I knew what you're talking about. Albrecht Dürer. Albrecht Dürer. D-U-R-E-R. There you go. Well, whoever that is, he did the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse, and that is cool. Now, I've heard of this guy, and he's only got one name, just like Madonna or Prince, but he doesn't have a symbol, I don't. He was a prominent figure in the Venetian school of Renaissance. Maybe he did have a symbol. We don't know. His use of color influenced later generations of artists. He painted portraits of the powerful and wealthy, including Charles V. His works include Assumption of the Virgin, which I think I remember seeing that, and Venus of Urbino. Yeah, I think I remember that one too. He was known for his dynamic compositions and use of color. So a couple of famous paintings is what this guy's known for. The Assumption of the Virgin and the Venus of Urbino. Renaissance. One of the biggest painters in the Renaissance. Van Gogh's later. Not Van Gogh. He's later. He's an impressionist from France. He was Dutch, right? This is Titian. Titian. Single name. Titian. How about that? Learn something every day on Quick Bite History Live. This guy's also got only one name for some reason. Now, he may have a first name, but we all know him only by the one name. He was a leading painter of the early Renaissance. He worked under the patronage of the powerful Medici family. His work is characterized by its linear grace and beauty. Who knows? He painted The Birth of Venus, depicting the goddess emerging from the sea. So you guys remember this painting? He had, there's a goddess on like a clamshell or something, isn't there? Isn't she like on a clamshell or something? It's a real famous painting. Birth of Venus. He also created Primavera, a masterpiece of a mythological painting. Everybody know who this is? Big guy in the Renaissance. Birth of Venus, Primavera. There you go. I don't know about the Sandro. Is Sandro really his first name? I just have Botticelli. But I'll take your word for it that Sandro was his first name. Botticelli is correct. All right. Last one. Last one in the Renaissance. He was an Italian diplomat, philosopher, and writer. Not a painter, not a sculptor, not an architect, none of those. He is often called the father of modern political science. This is the guy. Brad had the clue for it earlier. His most famous work is The Prince, written as a guide for rulers. This is the how-to book, how to be a king. His name became synonymous with political cunning and manipulation. It'd be funny to like make a meme of Trump reading the book The Prince. Like, right there, right. He also wrote discourses on Libby. Looks like you guys got it. You guys got it. Machiavelli. Is it Nico Machiavelli? Okay, I'll take your word for it. I think the robot got tired and just started putting just their last names. It made me believe that they only had one name. Looks like Daniel Craig, maybe. All right, so what are we doing now? We got 10 more to go, and then the night is over. This is 10 iconic figures of the American Revolution. So some of these will be easy, and some of them might be more hard. We always start easy, and we get harder as we go. He was a surveyor before becoming a military leader, in case you didn't know that before. He led the Continental Army to victory in the Revolutionary War. He presided over the Constitutional Convention of 1787. Sorry, Stuart, we're going to enjoy our revolution. This one. He was unanimously elected as the first president of the United States. He is often referred to as the father of our country. And Stuart gets it. Stuart holds a grudge, I think. That's right. George Washington's leadership was pivotal, I said that properly, in the founding of the United States. Good picture. Robot. On point. On fleek. That's still a thing? Fleet. On Fleet. I think that's probably 10 years ago. All right. Well, if you knew that one, you probably know this one too. He was the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. This is the guy. He served as the governor of Virginia during the Revolutionary War. He was the third president of the United States. There you go. I should sue not. He was I said that. He was a key figure in the Louisiana Purchase. In case you didn't know that, we'll learn something. And he founded the University of Virginia. I don't know if you knew that. There's the guy. Yes, indeed, this is Mr. Thomas Jefferson. Jefferson's contributions to American independence and governance were immense. Immense. There he is, Thomas Jefferson. Number 2. He was number 2. Washington was 1. Jefferson was 2. Let's see. I hope I got the right clues in the right order. I don't think I do. I have to watch for who this is before I go. Oh, yeah, I think it is in order. He was a prolific inventor and scientist. He helped draft the Declaration of Independence. Did you know that? He served as an ambassador to France, securing crucial support during the Revolution. Yeah, Brett's got it. He is famous for his experiments with electricity. Not very intelligent experiments either. He was a founding father who signed both the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution. Yes, indeed, our number 3 founding father, or heroes of the revolution, or whatever we're calling this category, Mr. Benjamin Franklin. Franklin's diverse talents and diplomacy were crucial in the American cause. Now, he was the oldest guy that was founding fathers. There were a few founding fathers that were in their 20s. So Ben, I think, was maybe even 70, if I'm not mistaken. Does anybody know that one? Nude breastfeeding. There was a president that used to take the skinny dip in the Potomac. I forget which president that was, though. It was a little bit later. Not a lot, a little bit. All right, number 4, founding fathers. He was a strong advocate for independence at the Continental Congress. He helped draft the Declaration of Independence. He served as the first vice Washington. Who knows? He was a key negotiator in the Treaty of Paris, that's the thing that ended the Revolutionary War. And he was known for his vigorous defense of the British soldiers after the Boston Massacre. So he was a lawyer. And he was even defending the British soldiers. But yet he was one of the strongest advocates for splitting off. Crazy. Freaking lawyers. Oh, come on. Who remembers it? Who's the second president of the United States? You guys know. Mr. John Adams. John Adams. Remember he had the wife that was Abigail Adams? Adams' dedication and legal acumen were vital to the American Revolution and early Republic. All right, next in our heroes of the American Revolution. This guy was a silversmith by trade, and he took part in the Boston Tea Party. He was a member of the Sons of Liberty, Not the Sons of Anarchy. That's a different program. I like that program. I love that. You guys like that? Sons of Anarchy? In fact, is that still on? Do they still have that on Netflix or something? I might watch that again. He created an iconic engraving of the Boston Massacre. An engraving. Oh, interesting. He is best known for his midnight ride to warn colonists of the approaching British forces. Who's the midnight ride guy? Not Sam Adams. Sam Adams is the beer guy. That's right, Paul Revere. You got it. Paul Revere's midnight ride became a legendary symbol of American patriotism. Yes, it did. It's like an iconic symbol of patriotism. Speaking of patriotism, this gentleman was a fiery orator and a lawyer from Virginia. He famously declared, and this is like the number one thing, saying, number one set of words, give me liberty or give me death. This is the guy. He opposed the Constitution, fearing it gave too much power to the federal government. He was not wrong. Remember who this is. Fiery orator. Give me liberty or give me death. He was the first governor of Virginia after independence. All kinds of good clues. He played a key role in rallying support for the revolutionary cause. He was the orator. He's the guy that gave all the speeches. And he's the give me liberty or give me death guy. Who remembers who this is? Heroes of the American Revolution. There you go, Stuart. Holds a grudge against all these guys. Remembers them all. Patrick Henry. Henry's passionate speeches helped ignite the American Revolution. They helped to get everybody off their butts. No doubt. Here we go. Kind of like Vivek. Kind of like Vivek then. Fiery orator. Okay, next up. He was a second cousin to John Adams. He organized the Committee of Correspondence. He was the leader. He was the leader of the Boston Tea Party. This is the instigator. Insurrectionist. He signed the Declaration of Independence. It was a driving force behind the push for American independence. Those are all kind of generic clues, so I'll give you a less generic clue. He makes a damn good beer. There you go. You had it before I gave the beer clue, I think. That's right, Samuel Adams. Samuel Adams was a master of mobilizing public opinion for the revolutionary cause. Propagandist. Very good. Got to have one of those. Yes, Turing. Correct answer. From a while ago. Number 8. 3 more. That's it. He was born in the Caribbean. This is the Caribbean guy. And he came to American colonies as a young man. He served as an aide to George Washington during the Revolutionary War. He was this was one of the guys that's in his 20s. He was a co-author of the Federalist Papers. He was the first Secretary of Treasury. He established the first national bank of the United States. This is the guy who started all the mess. So this is one of the young guys in his 20s. He was an aide to George Washington. He's from the Caribbean. There you go. A Shih Tzu nut. Yes, indeed. This is Mr. Alexander Hamilton. Hamilton's financial acumen helped lay the foundation for the American economy? Alexander Hamilton. There he is. All right, you got it. We've only got 2 left. 2 more. Heroes of the American Revolution. This gentleman was born in England and immigrated to America in 1774. He wrote something called Common Sense, which was a pamphlet advocating independence from Britain. This was a real key. He also wrote The American Crisis, boosting morale during the Revolutionary War. He was also involved in the French Revolution. He's a rebel-rouser. This guy's a rebel-rouser. Actually, the picture's very good from one of the ones I've seen. This is fun. Yeah, you got it. Definitely. He inspired the common people to support the fight for independence. So yeah, that pamphlet called Common Sense, I guess, was a big deal. That was a key thing in rallying the public support for the revolution. Paine's writings were instrumental in galvanizing public support for the revolution. I said that without reading it. There you go. I must have learned something. On Quick Bite History Live. All right, last one of the evening. You guys ready? Last one of the evening. Heroes of the American Revolution. He was the primary author of the U.S. Constitution. Who's the primary author? He co-authored the Federalist Papers with Alexander Hamilton and John Jay. John Jay is like the forgotten founding father. He was the 4th president of the United States. He played a key, did you know that? He was the 4th president of the United States. He played a key role in drafting the Bill of Rights. And he's known as the father of the Constitution. Yeah, George got it. My understanding was he was a very short man. Like 5'0", 4'11". But I understand. One of my first generative AI things was doing James Madison, and they did this little shortcut. I'm going, what the heck? And then it turns out that was true. That's right. James Madison's contributions to the Constitution and Bill of Rights were foundational to American governance. So there you go. Heroes of the American Revolution. All right. Well, so you guys kind of missed the first round tonight, I think, but I'm glad you were here for the last couple. So that was cool. How's everybody doing? Everybody doing good? Everybody hanging in there? No real worries? Okay, good. Anyway, thank you all once again for coming out and playing the game with me. And remember, I'm definitely doing Wednesdays now. I don't think I'm doing Sundays anymore. So every Wednesday we will do this at 7:30 Eastern time, which I don't know what that is in all your different time zones. But anyway, we'll do this on 7:30 Eastern. And if you guys have any ideas for categories that you want me to do, send them my way, okay? Yeah, take it easy, man. We'll see you guys next time. The hair's not quite on tonight. I don't know. Not quite. It's not quite up there. It's not like high. We'll get it going high one. We'll get the wife to style it for. All right, guys, take it easy. See you next week.